Marvin, fight week again, man. I know you live for this stuff, dude. So what's the emotion like, the feel right now?
It's great, man. I just hope the fight happens, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready, and that's it. That's all I need to know.
All right, so let's get it. You touched on it right there. You said, I hope the fight happens. You tweeted last night what he's trying to find a way out. Can you expand on that a little bit? What are you getting here?
There's some shit going on about well, I'll say he had some problems with weight, I guess. So we'll see. I said I'll fight him on any weight, but at the end of the day, we still have to all be professional. And he's not professional, but fuck, we all go through weight cuts. He has to do some of it, Yeah. So we'll see. But like I said, the last thing I want is for the fight to be scratched. So I'll fight him on any weight. With that being said, he needs to suffer a little bit making weight, because that's all of us go through that. But yeah, man, that shows, that shows. If he's like anybody else, maybe could have been because he's a lot overweight. So we gotta find a way. And I'm not hard to please in that sense. I'll just say whatever, just he has to make sense.
So has he officially reached out to you, or has the UFC officially reached out to you? Or are you getting some intel? What do we know here? What's actually official, or what's maybe rumbling?
I don't even know. Nothing is official, but I just know he's a lot overweight. He's a lot overweight, and so yeah, that will have to find some solution.
When you say any weight, what if he comes back and says, "Let's make it a 205 fight"?
I said yes, let's do it at 205, but. We'll see. We'll see if he can. If he can do a little bit better than that, because he should be able to do a little bit better than that. But worst case, I said, yeah, he's still fine at 205.
Wow. Have you had a chance to physically see him yet?
No, and it's hard because he's probably that fucking big. I should have seen him.
All right, that one took me a second. All right, so listen, we talked before last time, obviously, emotional fight week last time out. This time, you're not seeing the guy. You're not going to be able to interact with him. You're not going to be able to do anything before Friday in the face-offs, hopefully. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is it good for you to keep your emotions down, or do you wish you could kind of get that look in his eyes and get that little spark started?
Yeah, it would have been different anyway. It would have been different. I think, it would have been different. I wouldn't have been that emotional. I know I'm gonna smash this guy, man. I just want the fight to happen, and so. Yeah, I don't think it would have been that emotional anyway. But anyway, the fact that I don't see him, I actually want to see him. I want to see him, to be honest. I haven't seen him. I want to see him, but I haven't had an occasion for now.
Yeah. What if he's walking around at 2:30 or something like that?
I'll make him run right away. Right. I'll chase him.
All right, so if this fight does happen at light heavyweight, I'm imagining you believe it still should have some impact on the rankings at middleweight and kind of where you stand. You still feel like that would take a step forward in the middleweight division?
I think so. I would have been able to make weight, and he's a middleweight. He's just a fat ass, it should still make sense for middleweight for sure.
Nice. Outside of all this, we did find out that Paul Felder is going to be commentating your fight. Did that excite you a little bit, or are you? I knew
he said it before that he was going to commentate my fight. Yeah, I just expect him to do his job. That's about it.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see how the rest of this fight week plays out. I guess last thing for me, does the strategy, does the approach get any different if you're in a different weight class? Does a bigger guy force you to fight differently?
Not really. Nah. Maybe little adjustment here and there in the fight, but not overall.
You said that this fight might end up at 205. What does it say about Paulo's mentality that he's that overweight on a Wednesday of his fight week?
I don't know what to make of his mentality, man. So many things could have been made at the same time. It could be the whole fake confidence, and I got to expect him the best version of himself, even though his weight is not good. I haven't seen him. He hasn't been posting much. I haven't seen much of him. So I'm still expecting the best version of himself, and I'm ready still. But, I'm not going to let this pre-fight tension and pre-fight like readiness, like go, you know, in a sense. I'll be still ready to face the best version of himself.
It's kind of a bad sign though, right? If he hasn't fought in a year and then his first fight back is he's apparently unprofessional, doesn't do a good sign for his mentality, right?
It could, yes. I mean, it's kind of hard to deny that, but at the same time, I can't let it get to my head. Oh, like he's not gonna be ready, this and that. No, I expect him the best that he's ever been, and he's actually heavier than he's ever been, and then I gotta beat him the worst he's ever been beaten. So that's what it's in my mind.
Do you think you have the advantage because you've been more active than he has over the last year?
I would have the advantage regardless, to be honest. So it's not because he hasn't been active. I would have had the advantage. I have so many advantages, but regardless of what's going on right now.
Just wanted to follow up. I saw you did an interview with John the other day when you spoke about your fight with Israel. What would you do differently if you got a third fight with Israel to come out the winner of that fight?
I'm totally focused on Saturday night, and that's past. And the next task I hand, it's Paulo Costa, so that's where all my focus is.
Thank you.
Marvin. So a few years ago, Rafael Cordeiro, your coach, he was one of the Paulo Costa's coach on the Ultimate Fighter Brazil. And did he tell you something about it? Does he have any information about, inside like how he trains and everything else?
No, not really. No.
Where do you think you're better than him?
I'm just superior as a striker, as a fighter in general. Like, he has a couple things he's good at, but he has a lot of holes. And I'm going to be able to pick him apart. I'm going to be able to like read through whatever he does, and he's just way more basic than what I am. And so, with that being said, he's still dangerous, but I'm way better.
Last one for me. As we know, Paulo Costa doesn't fight very often, like pretty much once a year. Do you think this is one of your advantages for this fight?
Like I said, that's one of the advantages, but I got many more, to be honest. With that being said, still, I want to believe that he's gonna come out the best that he's ever been. So he's still dangerous. He's still a dangerous fighter.